Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Omniverse Chronicles Unsinkable. Before we get started, everyone, please go around and introduce yourselves and tell people where they can check out how to find out more about you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda. I'm often known online as I am a T-Rex. As you can probably tell, I have a bit of a gravelly voice today. This is my sexy, sick voice, and we're all going to tolerate it for as long as we can. You can find me online at iamaTrex.com, where I just kind of kick around tabletop role-playing game spaces being a hype person. Let's go over to Susan.
I am also known online sometimes. Instagram at neither right nor wrong is my personal account. Come talk about writing and animals and all the pictures that I post. Or you can join me and my own storytelling gang at Novel Games Podcast, novelgamespodcast.com, patreon.com/novel games, or novel.
We are
Are
panicking.
we back? I think so. Hello, everybody. That was a weird thing that just happened.
I'm so scared. Don't leave me again.
So afraid. So frightening. No, it was us. It was us. I have no idea why. But we back now. It's all good as far as I can tell. Hi everybody. We were introducing folks. If you didn't see, you can follow Amanda at I Am a T-Rex basically everywhere. Please go check out Susan's podcast, Novel Games, novelgamespodcast.com. I posted that in the chat. Percy is such a bro, and go find him doing about a bunch of wrestling commentating. And check out Wes at carryandcomfort.com, please, to find out all the things that they are working on. Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Dalton. I'm a regular face at the Crit Show. I am also on my own TTRPG podcast. If you like Car from Brindlewood games, check out Kitten Marlowe, episode 3 of Shadows in the Smoke. Our The Between actual play drops tonight at midnight. So by the time this stream wraps up, you'll have plenty of time to get caught up before the second half of our day phase. The response to it so far has been really cool. So please check it out. Please listen. It'd be cool to have people I know who listen to it, and that aren't just like my mom.
I listen to it.
Thank you. Also,
Wait, your mom listens to The Between?
oh yeah, my mom's like my biggest fan. She'll listen to everything. Also,
She's
Aw.
scandalized?
Wes is outing me by saying hi. I am the one person that the program Dare worked on. So yes, that is also my claim to fame.
I wish it worked on me.
Amanda, take us away.
All right. Well, with that, we are back to the game. Now, last time, there was a lot going on. We had a very busy night phase because we are still stuck in the night phase due to the sirens causing problems. The very last thing we did was answer a question. So we are still in the night phase because of that, but we have an opportunity now to resolve the threat. The question we answered was, how can we appease the sirens? And we can resolve the threat by finding a way to get rid of the sirens. If anybody want to go through, I'm going to be doing a lot of getting the players to narrate stuff so I can save my voice a bit. So thank you all players for not knowing about that until just now. If anybody wants to explain what the resolution, what they decided the answer of the and ruled correctly, that the answer to the question was.
Does anyone remember? I don't remember.
There's
Someone admit
notes on
Dr.
road
Pierce and I aren't on the
77.
boat.
Oh yeah,
Lord-
yeah. I could.
Oh yeah, you're not on the boat.
Yeah.
Dr. Pierce is not on the boat. Viscountess Burgundy is not on the boat. Carter is in the water. The only person on the boat right now is Elga.
Elga, you
I
got this,
knew
honey.
it. As always, falls to me. So we have to, or no, we did find a way to get rid of the sirens. So the conch that Naked Levi was talking sweet nothings to, the young sailor that has too many teeth, and the golden gilded weight scales are all going to be put into one of the rowboats or the lifeboat that was tampered with. We're going to shove those things off the port side and give them back to the sirens to restore the balance that was disrupted when we fished the whatever it was we fished out of the ocean. That's how we're going to do it.
Makes perfect sense to me. We also have, just to go over what's been going on, we also have 2 other threats on the board. We have the haunting of the RMS Hyperion, which is a boat that has suddenly shown up just off the side of the Chronos. And we have the double lives of the RMS Chronos. Now, I introduced the doppelganger threat pretty quickly and randomly last time, so I think I'm going to go over and reread what happened or what this threat is, just so we can all get a little bit more familiar with it. So we'll do that right now. The double lives of the RMS Chronos. There have been reports of various passengers and crew members committing acts of violence, vandalism, and more on board the Chronos. When confronted, those accused had no idea what they were being accused of and even had alibis when the crimes were being committed. This has been going on for 3 days, and now a detective inspector from London has taken it upon himself to get to the bottom of the case. D.I. Pettigrew has already questioned the ballast class, but made it clear that his case and you were not to that this is his case and you were not to interfere. He seems to mean well, but is sure to begin harassing guests and crew alike if this isn't solved soon. After assessing the situation and bumping into himself, his own doppelganger, breaking into the first class lounge and drinking most of the liquor available, Pettigrew has acquiesced and allowed the ballast class to help, even though he has no jurisdiction here. With the evidence presented, there is one outcome. D.I. Pettigrew isn't taking into account. Doppelgangers of guests and crew members are running amok on board the ship. On top of scenes of mistaken identity, fighting, and more, the ship's chef has had issues with the guests stealing food from the kitchens, and would be an excellent place to start. But if the ballast class need an expert opinion, there are 2 different specialists who have made it clear their expertise would be handy. Dr. Aber Horn, a biologist, and Modoc the Magnificent, the ship's spotlight entertainer. Whatever you decide to do, you must do it fast before chaos takes over the ship. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, the only person on board the ship right now is Elga. Over on the HMS Hyperion, there's been an explosion. Viscountess Burgundy, you come to. Your eyes are stinging, your ears are ringing, and Freddy is there, patting your face. Mom, wake up. Are you okay?
I am fine. What happened? Where were you?
I was on a different part of the ship. I heard the explosion. I saw you. You came flying out of the room.
Well, there was a whole, sack of dynamite that I was trying to put out, and I thought I did, but apparently not well enough.
Oh, is that... And Freddy points down at your hands, and in one of your hands you have the remnants of your fur coat. And in the other hand, you have one singular unlit stick of dynamite, which you are welcome to put into your footlocker.
Okay, great.
For use for later. I thought you were done for.
No, I'm fine. She had another one of these, didn't she? I haven't looked through all of her stuff yet. You helped me pack it.
It was a different color.
Well, that's fine. I can always switch it up,
We might be able to fix it.
So
and Freddy holds
cold.
it up, and it's got burn holes in it, and where are the others?
I don't know. Last I saw, Pierce had been talking to a kid.
I just saw Pierce.
You
That
did?
doesn't-
I was just looking for him. Where is he?
On the bridge. He was on the bridge. He was looking through, I'm not sure, documents of some kind.
Well, he's smart. Maybe he's figured out what could be going on here. Come, let's go find him.
And I think as you make your way to the bridge, we're going to cut quickly over to Dr. Pierce, who is in the water with a young boy whose name I believe is Tyson. Yes. You are in the water with Tyson after the explosion has and the scalpel fight with your doppelganger. The little boy is scrambling and scrabbling onto your back, trying to get out of the water. It's cold, mister, it's cold.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got that. I got that. And I'll kind of scramble around for some sort of debris that might have come with us with the explosion.
Yeah, I think there's a door floating by.
Oh, convenient
Of course.
door. And
Gotta
I'll
be a door.
I'll make sure that I'll make sure that that Tyson gets firmly onto the door, and then I'll kind of try to steer us towards the ship.
Are you going towards the Hyperion or the Chronos?
The Chronos. I know that the Viscountess is still there, so
I'm on the
gotta bring her
Hyperion.
back.
The Kronos is
Or
our ship.
Hyperion. Chronos is ours?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do you want to go
No,
to
no,
our
yeah.
ship or the other ship?
The bad. Wait, I can't even say the bad ship. They're both bad ships.
The one that I'm on or the one that Elga's on?
Yeah, the one that you're on.
Okay.
This
one
is
that-
like,
I got-
getting
I
the
gotta go
dog
back
to
the
prove
Viscountess.
who the dog likes more.
I also don't think I at least I hope I'm not closer to the Chronos, because if I got exploded that far, I got to do a medical assessment of myself. I'm like, all right, what isn't dislocated on me?
You landed in the water. That's soft, right?
No.
No.
So you are paddling your way towards the Hyperion. Carter, last we saw, you were being drowned in the salty water by one of the sirens. You feel, just as you start to breathe in the dirty, salty water, you feel the hand that is dragging your leg down release, and the sucker fingers make their way up your body, pulling your shoulders down towards them and pushing their fishy mouth onto yours, breathing oxygen into your lungs. I would like you to take the condition Kiss of the Siren. Before
Shout out
you
all my
even know it,
scalies.
in just
Yeah.
a moment, in a rush of water, in a rush of air, a rush of oxygen, you find your face breaking the surface. You find your body breaking out of the water, and you come up about halfway between the Hyperion and the Chronos. What would you like to do?
We gotta get these. That was very kind of. Fuck. And I'm just gonna start swimming, and I'm gonna start yelling like, "Get them off! We gotta, we got something weird." Just trying to yell for somebody, and just splashing towards the boat, towards the ship. It's not a boat; it's a ship.
Elga, you are standing in the room, and naked Levi is there, still whispering into this conch shell. You see the explosion outside the window. You see this sailor with many, many teeth. What would you like to do?
I walk up to Levi and say, I need this. And I'm just going to take the conch from him.
Oh, I think this is a night move to try and get this conch from him. He's
Okay.
very attached to his conch.
Oh, take him too.
Most are.
Just take him
I-
too.
I
Big conch
think
energy.
big conch energy with Levi. I don't know if Levi's in chat today, but I'll make sure to clip that later for him. This is going to be with vitality, but of course, if you have something in your footlocker that will help, you are welcome to try and use it for an advantage.
So I know it's a new session, but narratively, I'm still, what did you say in our chat? Rocked up.
Rocked up.
Yep, rocked up.
Yeah.
So I would be willing to mark another box on my elemental track if I could roll again to do give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses.
I think that
To
is.
intimidate this guy into letting it go.
I think because you're huge and rocked up, that is absolutely appropriate. This person is naked in the middle of a stateroom, so they're at a disadvantage to you. So I think you can absolutely get advantage on that.
Okay. You said with vitality?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's a 12.
Incredible. Good job. Back over on the Hyperion. Viscountess Burgundy, you and Freddie make your way into the bridge, and you do see Dr. Pierce there. He is shuffling through papers.
Well, that's
On
not very
the-
gentlemanly of you, leaving a lady all by herself. I got blown up, you know.
He turns to you and gives you a very long, slow smile. Blown up, were you?
Well,
You don't seem to be too damaged.
you should have seen my fur coat.
Do you need doctoring?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting looked at, I suppose.
He steps up to you and says, "Open your mouth and say, ah."
Ah.
You look fine to me.
Wow. They sure teach you to be really thorough at medical school.
What exactly are you doing here? On the bridge, I mean.
I was told you were here. What's that you're looking through? Did you find something?
Oh, no, nothing at all. And he sorts the papers on the table, folds them, and puts them into his coat pocket.
Now, you know I don't like secrets.
Do I know that about you? I don't seem to know a lot about you.
I certainly told you a lot.
Perhaps if you tell me a secret, I'll tell you a secret.
Fine. How's this for one? You can call me Charlie.
Charlie, is it?
I had said Charlotte, actually, but I...
Well, I'll tell you a secret. I'm not your Dr. Pierce. And I think he moves to shove you extremely hard to push you out of the way.
Oh, I have to assume this person did something awful to my doctor. I'm gonna pull out the stick of dynamite and hold it in front of him. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
This is absolutely a night move. What are you afraid is going to happen if you do not contain your composure and make this go the way you want it?
I mean, I have to assume he's gonna shove me off the ship, but in a way where, like, I'm gonna land really badly. I'm gonna, like, break my neck when I hit the water.
It's worse than that.
Oh, really?
You will land on the deck, on your face. It will get smashed to pieces, and you will survive, but you will have smashed to pieces teeth, busted nose. Your face will be messed up, and your doppelganger will take over your role in everything.
Ugh.
What kind of ship we running here? What kind of ship we running here?
I don't know. Ask the person who wrote it.
All right,
That's
so night move with what?
Composure, please.
Composure. Okay, cool. I'm using my stick of dynamite, so I take this at advantage.
You certainly do.
Thank goodness. Because one of these was a 1. So 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, baby.
Excellent. We're going to pop over to the real Dr. Pierce. Dr. Pierce, you make it back onto the Hyperion. You are climbing up the deck. I think there's a place that you can get in that is just below decks that isn't really that damaged by the explosion. It is likely part of the kitchen area, the galley, I suppose. I know boat terms. And you pull Tyson up behind you. There's nobody here. It's absolutely silent. There are plates of food out as if things were just getting ready to be served. It's very eerie. What would you like to do?
No, I'm gonna take in the scene. I'm gonna walk over to like the dishes, see what we're serving, what's going on.
What's for dinner?
Yeah, what's for dinner? What's
Yeah.
the eats?
This is absolutely an information move. I think you can make this with reason since you're just scoping out the situation, asking questions about what's going on.
Why not? That is an 8.
On an 8, I think I will give you your clue now, and then I will give you your complication in just a moment. I think as you are looking around, you realize that while the food on the plates look pristine, like they were just it was just made, it was just cooked, it was just about to be served, when you look around at the vegetables in the baskets and the buckets, things that are about to be prepared, it is rotted as if it's been there for months. And that is your clue. Vegetation appears months old. I can pop that in the doodad. And
The
I will give
doodad.
you your complication in a moment.
Can't wait.
Back over on the Kronos. Carter, you are pulling your way up back onto the ship. And I think you are pulling yourself back up into the ballroom. And as you do that, you see the star of the show, the popular composer, the star of the night, Armand Trussati, comes running up to you, grabbing your arm. What did you see down there? What is happening? There's the music. Do you hear it? Do you hear that music? There's something strange, enigmatic. And he starts mumbling in Italian.
Sir, I need some blankets, please, if you don't mind. I survived because of the things down there gave me oxygen. They're not bad. It's really fucking cold.
He lets go of your arm and looks at you. Those things let you go. How do I not know you're not one of them?
Do you see
How?
any fucking fins on me, brother?
What's this? And I think he points up to your neck to a long green gill. That's how you survived down there. You are one of them.
I'm gonna immediately grab his hand and then try to sweep his legs and then put my other hand on over his mouth and then try to drag him towards the edge of like where I climbed up over by the railing.
This, because you are absolutely freezing, I think normally you would be able to guy, but because you were just out of the water and you are freezing and this is news to you, this is definitely a night move. What are you afraid is going to happen if you cannot overpower him?
That he's going to alert an officer or a crew member that I'm a fucking fish person.
Yeah, that seems to be fair. I think you would, if you could roll this with vitality, you're welcome to see if there's anything you have in your locker with advantage.
I I do have the move Shadow Boxer, which adds +1 to my
Yes.
vitality, but night moves related to inflicting harm on others while in stealth are downgraded to day moves. Would you consider, because I'm trying to maintain stealth by taking him down, that this would be considered as stealth?
Just because I like to see the move working, yes, let's do it. It's a day
Okay.
move now.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. All right. Great. And you know what? I'll bust it out too. I'll pull out my shiv. Like you just see like
Shiv
Carter
the
just
guy.
just immediately as soon as he can get a free hand, it's gonna like put the like set it down on the deck next to him and just like as like a threatening, like a bargaining chip, like I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. Vitality, you said?
Yes, absolutely, please.
Okay, okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Is it?
Wait, calm down.
Is it
Calm
though?
down. So it is a 2 plus a 2, which is a 4. But because I filthily min-maxed the stowaway, it's a +3, so I rolled 7.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, you got lucky there.
Wes is playing to win. They're trying to win.
I am not good at talking to people though, so we'll see how that goes.
Back over on the Hyperion. Kim, Viscountess Burgundy holds up this stick of dynamite. Can you narrate what you do, how you react, how you... I imagine you're trying to intimidate this fake Dr. Pierce. Are you trying to get him to show what he's put in his pocket? What are you trying to do here?
I think the way that I see it is that he moves to try to like push me off the railing. I pull out the stick of dynamite, which distracts him long enough for Freddy to just like clock him across the head and knock this guy out.
Yeah, I love that. That's perfect. And Freddy does. And you see Dr. Pierce's smile just waver slightly as his eyes roll back into his head and he falls to the ground. As he falls to the ground, his hands splay out in front of him and he lands on his face. You notice that he only has 4 fingers. I mean, no thumb, just 4 fingers.
Did he always have 4 fingers? Now that I'm thinking about it?
That is a capital C clue. A doppelganger has 4 fingers. Or the doppelgangers, I'll give you that one, have 4 fingers and no thumbs.
So inconvenient. No wonder he was rustling through the papers. He couldn't
Yeah,
grab
it took
them
him a
very well.
while. Yeah.
What a terrible design flaw.
I know. I do want to like roll him over and reach into his coat pocket and grab at the papers.
You know what? Absolutely. And I'm going to give you an extra clue because you rolled really well. And I can because I can do whatever I want. And I think when you do that, the papers are actually... This is going to be... So the doppelganger clue is for the double lives of the RMS Chronos. I'm going to pop that in there for you. And I think the clue that you get from the papers is for the haunting of the RMS Hyperion.
Yes.
And you see that it's a captain's log. But there are pages ripped out, and it doesn't look like fake Dr. Pierce is the one that did that. So your clue for that is the captain's log has seemingly random pages ripped out.
Cool.
Gonna mark that in the thing. Okay, awesome. Elga, you managed to take this conch. I want you to describe this to me. How does this go? How do you take this from Naked Levi?
He has been so enamored with this thing and whispering to it and little hot sticky breath against the opening of the conch, just making love to it. I think I just scare the crap out of him because that's my point, right? Like I tap him on the shoulder and he looks up and there's like a 6.5 foot stone woman who's like, I need that. And I just think he's shocked, and I take it out of his hand and I walk away. It's as simple as that. I don't want to hurt him.
I like I like that a lot. I think, yeah, he collapses to the ground, shuddering, sobbing
Mhm.
at his loss. He is inconsolable. And as
Maybe
you walk away, you can hear his wails.
maybe let's say since I popped another box on the elemental track, maybe there's now like heat. My eyes are coal black, so I think maybe there's like heat now coming from the around the edges of the eyes now.
I love
Um
that.
I have the conch. I have the metal golden scale. Those are going on my belt. I'm walking straight for the fish person. And uh Amanda, I don't know if you know this, but I actually am the new Colossus. So I would like to get to this fish person and I would like to pick them up over my head and I would like to carry them to the lifeboat, whether they like it or not.
Is this a move?
Yeah, this is my other move. I
Yeah,
haven't
your
used
other
it
move.
yet. It's called the New Colossus. You have the
Fantastic.
strength of 10 men combined. I can manipulate any item that's made of stone. And if I mark another box on my elemental track, I can take even more powerful actions. And then there's like a list of a bunch of stuff.
That's perfect. And I believe you does this you don't have to roll anything for this. It just works, right?
It just works.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you make your way over to the rowboat. And as you do, a young-ish man in a he's well, mid-30s. He's very stately, he's well trimmed, he's got a very pleasant kind of vacant dead-eye stare, but it's pleasant. It's kind almost. Well, it's not evil, I suppose. He is wearing a uniform that is much higher ranking than most of the other people here on the ship. And he steps up to you and says, "Goodness, you certainly made quick work of that. And who are you, my dear? You must be one of the ballast class."
I she pauses for a second. I don't think she's used to people like recognizing her when she's like this. She nods. I am the stoker.
Stoker, I see, I see. Well, I am Idonia's Flag. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you. And he does a very deep bow.
Are you with fish people?
I I have spoken with the fish people, but I do not believe that we are going to make a bargain. It seems that you and your ballast class have solved this problem, or will have it solved very shortly.
I will, with the fish person, I'm just gonna like looking at flag, walk over to the edge, look down, make sure the lifeboat's there, and just like chuck the guy over the side and down. And still looking at flag, take out the other two items and let them go down as well.
He just crosses his arms in front of him and smiles pleasantly as you do this. Quite
I'm
impressive.
gonna look around the boat and say, where are my comrades?
There seem to be other problems on the boat aside from the sirens. I suppose you should probably hurry along and deal with them. But, should you require any assistance or advice, do come find me again. I'm sure I'll be around.
Where do I Is this like albatross? Do we stand at prow and just say your name or something?
Goodness, nothing so silly. And he laughs. He gives you the number of his stateroom and turns with another smile and walks away. I think you already know that this is the mastermind, Adonius Flag. He is a wealthy and mysterious venture capitalist and the nephew of Vice Admiral Thaddeus Flagg, who is a famous explorer. Now, Adonius Flagg has recently purchased the Sapphire Star Line to enter the oceanic travel business. He is well renowned as an ocean explorer in his free time, and he uses his massive wealth to fund dives on shipwrecks and out in the open ocean. He does convincingly play off the philanthropist playboy image, but behind closed doors, he is the herald of something lurking in the deep, and he has taken notice of you. Since you rolled so well on your roll, I thought I would just give you a little fun interaction. We can't give you extra clues for this situation, but I'm going to give you a condition anyway. Even though you did good, because I'm just a bad person. And it is marked by flag.
Oh no.
That's not a bad condition. It's a great condition.
That's
Don't
great.
worry.
It's a fun condition.
Carter.
For sure.
Carter, get your own box on your own sheet. You're filling up my condition boxes.
Dr. Pierce.
They thought this was like a collective storytelling game. We're collectively taking all the statuses, right? Like that's what's
Oh.
happening.
I just really wanted Elga to kiss a siren. That's it. That's just me. Okay, sorry.
Hey, you
That's
and me.
nicely.
That's in my fanfic.
You take a water siren and a volcanic earth elemental, and it gets pretty steamy, right?
My two moms.
Ooh.
All right, Dr. Pierce, back to you on the RMS Hyperion. As you are looking at the vegetation that has been just rotted away, it stinks. It's got mold. It's really nasty. That is when a tall bird-like woman wanders into the galley. She looks at you. She has an unpleasant look on her face. Not that she looks like she is mean, but that she is stressed. She walks up to you and says, "Are you doing okay? Is everything to your liking?"
I think like Pierce is like realizing this as he's like taking off like his soaking like jacket and stuff like that, and just like trying to like wring the water off of him. And he's like taking his tie off. He's like, "Ah," and he like looks up at her. You looking like the one stressed over there. Sorry, I just went for a quick swim.
Oh. No, not a single moment of trouble. We've some of the best passengers I've ever shuttled across the Atlantic. A shame about this engineering snafu, but no worries. My head engineer has assured me that the problem will be rooted out in no time. We'll be on our way in just a matter of moments, I'm sure.
What kind of snafu we talking about here?
Oh, just the sort of standard thing that happens on these ships sometimes, where they stop in the middle of the water for... Gosh, I don't know how long it's been.
And
Tell me, you're a member of the crew, aren't you?
yeah, ship's doctor.
Are you trying to get her to think that you're her ship's doctor? Because this is
Yeah.
the captain, as you can tell by her outfit.
Yeah.
Of the RMS Hyperion. Okay, this is going to be... I'm going to be nice. This is a day move. Because she is obviously confused.
Yeah.
This is going to be a day move with presents, I think.
Oh, plenty of presents. I love presents. Honestly.
What are you afraid is going to happen if you can't convince her that you
Why
are
did
actually...
you ask me that?
Well, why didn't I ask you that? No, wait, I asked you that because that's the rules.
I'm afraid she's gonna send me back into the water.
No. That would be pretty
I'm-
bad. Yeah, I get that. Since this is a day move, you don't get and it's worse than that, so you're okay.
Awesome.
That's still pretty bad. I would like you to make your roll, but you can check to see if you have anything in your footlocker that might help give you advantage.
I do. I have a child's stethoscope. So I imagine the stethoscope is just around my neck.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
I
it's just like a little
look
tiny
like a
one.
doctor. Yeah.
It's travel sized.
Yeah.
Yeah, travel stethoscope.
Miniature
I love
one.
that. Yes. So in that case, please do your roll, your day move roll, with presence, and you roll 3d6 and take the top 2.
All right. Whew, needed that. That's a 7.
Woo.
Woo.
7. Okay. Back over to Carter. Carter, you are throwing Armand Chusati off the ship, or you're just fighting him?
Just holding him over the railing. I'm just trying to
Just
like keep
holding
him
him over
quiet and holding him over the railing, threatening him
Okay.
with a knife.
Yeah, I think he yells out, "No, no, no, please, 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 please don't. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're not one of them. You just happen to have gills. That's probably something normal people have. It's please don't throw me off the ship. I don't want to be fed to them."
You're from Italy, right?
Yes, he says in Italian. I don't know how to say that.
What's the Italian word for cooperation?
Oh, it's, and he tells you what it is.
I say it back to him. Sounds
Yes.
nice. Rolls right off the tongue.
Right off the tongue.
You and I are going to cooperate now, mister.
Absolutely, yes. Anything you need, anything you want. Just please don't throw me off the ship.
First step.
Yes.
Take that suit off.
Yep.
Take all of it off, except for your
Yep.
britches.
Yes. He starts unbuttoning as he's still hanging over the side of the ship, so you know that he's fully game for this. And yeah, he pulls off his entire. He's got a very nice suit on. It is very nice. It is high end. He was the guest of honor at this orchestra party, so it is one of the nicest suits you've ever seen in your entire life. And I think, yeah, he strips it off. He folds it up nicely, holds it out to you. He's shivering there in his underpants. Here you go.
Take it. I set it down. I look at him. All right. You ever play Chase the Chicken?
And he says in Italian, "Is that a sex thing?"
We just met. And though you have a pretty nice demeanor about you,
Thank you.
not right now. Anyways, now, what you're gonna do, is you're gonna be my little chicken, okay? And you're gonna balk all around this ship. And you're gonna tell everybody that if they see any fish people, any on board this ship, any that look like me with these gills, they gotta put them in the lifeboats and put them down in the water. All right? Understood?
Okay. Buck, buck, buck.
Indeed. All right, little chicken. Next thing. If you tell anybody you saw me, I'm going to come to your quarters late at night when you're sleeping. And you're jumping at sounds and all around your quarters. If I hear one lick of my presence being uttered from your mouth, I'm going to take those pretty lips of yours. Okay?
He kind of involuntarily throws his hand up to his mouth to cover his face and says, "Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I mean, buck, 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 buck." And he
Good
starts
chicken.
waving his arms and running around in little circles, trying to prove that he is absolutely willing to do what you want. Carter, your complication here is you are now the chicken master. That is your condition.
Incredible.
I
I
see
was
no
gonna mark a
issues
mask, but I
with that.
can't. I can't do it. I can't. Yeah, I'll take Chicken Master. I'll go ahead and just slap on the ass when he does another pass around me to send him going. And I'll give him a
And
get. Just like, get.
he runs. Yeah, he runs. He's gone. Terrified. Absolutely, absolutely terrifying.
Start putting on the suit and everything. And just trying to feel it out.
I think with that, we actually end our night phase. The night phase is over. Let's head to the dawn phase.
But did I do it? Did we get it
You
threat?
did. You did. With Armand Trusati running around like a chicken, bucking to everybody to get the fish people off the ship if there are any on there. Between you solving the problem by getting everything into the boats and shipped off, I think we're good on that one. So in the dawn phase, if we go to the character keeper, we'll go and look again at our dawn questions. Now we've done this before. We're doing it again, this time in the actual dawn phase. We're gonna go through. Now everyone did answer a question, so you get to mark that one. Everyone did resolve a threat, so you get XP for that. Elga, do you remember if you experienced an echo in the night?
I did.
I don't remember what it was. I just know that you did. I have it marked down, yes, in my little notes. Did you show a moment of weakness?
I feel like I did. Her fear at not being willing to go to the other boat.
Yes, absolutely. And showing how afraid you are of the water. I think that was really good. Did you share a longing for your homeland?
I tried to in the vulnerable scene when I was talking about where I was from, and I tried to inject that with it was a beautiful place. I loved it there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that works. Yeah. So
Okay.
please take your 5 XP.
Level.
Woo!
You got to level up, and we'll come back to that in just a moment. Wes, did Carter experience an echo in the night?
Yeah. Talking about like all of the father and the son putting their entire life on board this ship and everything, and in reference to Carter being on board this ship with everything in my life, which is a shiv, a canteen, and a candle.
Yep, that's perfect. Did you find a place to rest your head without fear of punishment?
Fuck no.
There was no time.
I'm a mobile target. I'm a chicken master.
The chicken master. No rest for the chicken master.
Nope.
Did you give aid even though you knew it would draw unnecessary attention to yourself?
Well, I am the chicken master now, so I think that is there's rumors of a chicken master, maybe a stowaway on board the ship, which is the opposite of what Carter wants. I want to be a ghost in the night.
Okay, yeah, and you've been trying to solve the problems and solve the issues. Yeah, I'll give you that, sure.
Perfect.
Viscountess Burgundy, did you experience an echo in the night?
I don't think I did. I don't know. I can't remember. But we can say no.
I think I had it down as almost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have an A next to your name. I think
Yeah.
that's almost. Did you shirk responsibility to live it up with the lower deck?
It depends. I mean, Pierce is certainly of a lower station than me. I think there could be an argument for sharing a cigarette with him on the boat and kissing him.
I will give you that because it was a really good scene. So I'm gonna give you that because I like that scene a lot. And why not? Did you get caught in an obvious lie?
Yes, Pierce called out my shit immediately.
There was no hesitancy. Outstanding. Take your XP. I see
level
that
up.
you also level up. That's
You're
fantastic.
welcome.
Thanks.
Dr. Pierce, did you experience an echo in the night?
I have no clue.
I have a yes for you that you did, but I can't recall what it was. So we're just going to give you that point for my bad note taking. Did you use your skills to heal someone successfully?
I don't know if we count the fact that I used an apple a day move to help out Wes's character to make sure that I prevented scurvy.
I'll give it to you. Why not?
Sick.
I'm going to hand out XP like it's candy. Did you deliver a tirade on the current state of medical standards and practices?
I have not had time yet.
Not yet, but I'm
Not
sure we
yet.
are. So you have also leveled up. I think at this point we're going to take a little break, like 5. We'll take a 7-minute break so that we'll come back 10 after. So that you can take a look at what you want when you level up, you take an advancement. So you can see the options for your advancements just below the XP track. And you can take a look and see what you want to do. If you want to add a new move, if you want to increase a modifier, if you can write a custom move in 7 minutes, go ahead. If you can think of that. But we're going to take a little break so everyone can grab some water, grab some moment to breathe, plan out what they want to do for their day phase. The day phase is similar to the night phase, but it's not nearly as dangerous, and you get to actually do what you want to do most of the time. So we'll see each other in about 7 minutes.
Cool. we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we're in the day phase. What would you okay, this is a question for the two characters that were on the HMS Hyperion. Would you like to be back on the Chronos after all of those events, or would you like to be stuck over there still? Not stuck. It's a day phase.
Yeah, I mean, we could go back, but it's like in my head, like there's no way I would have gotten back on a boat with this guy if I didn't know that he was really him. So I think we're
Yeah, that's
still. I think I'm still
Yeah.
on the Hyperion.
Yeah. I'm definitely, yeah, because again, I'm not leaving without her and I'm not leaving without the kids. So I think it's definitely attempting to stumble upon each other.
Yeah, I think
I like that. I think it's pretty easy to do so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
there's-
enough of a moment that I don't want to like hand wave it of being like, you guys figured each other out, now you're back on the Chronos.
Yeah. I feel like no, absolutely. I wouldn't want to do that either. So I think you have stumbled upon each other in well, question for Viscountess Burgundy. Would you have left the room, gone looking for the real Dr. Pierce, or would you have stayed in and guarded this person?
I would have had Freddy carry the body of the doppelganger.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. And Freddy is like very strong. So
Strong.
yeah, so you were going through, and that's how you come across them, Dr. Pierce. Let's frame up this scene and role play it.
I was gonna say, I think the second that like he sees him, he's like, "Thank God you're all right." And,
I would beg you to just stand right there, if you would.
all right.
Well, pardon me for saying so, but you look a lot like this man who just tried to attack me last night.
Yeah, and he's looking a lot like the guy that attacked me too.
He did. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I was a bit exploded, but
Yeah, it's going around here. Terrible condition to catch. You're looking like you're all right though. 2 eyes, 1 nose, pretty teeth still intact. You're fine. Maybe a little scared. Winnie, you good? He like calls over to Winifred.
I
Freddy
openly
just-
laugh at that.
Freddy just nods and says, makes a humph sound to adjust this big man on their back.
I'm pretty sure you can dump him. That ain't
Off the side.
that ain't no man. First thing that thing did was stumble upon me and the boy, and I tried to protect him. I tried to keep it civil like until he pulled a scalpel out on me. That ain't no man. I don't know what that is.
No, I should say not. If I could look at your hands for a second.
And he'll like hand it out to you.
I'll look at it and I'll take it. Well, I was close enough to him to figure out one thing. At least him. He only had 4 fingers.
Yeah, all my digits are in place, but if you need to do a full physical, I'm open.
Although I didn't even really need to see your hands to know it was you. That other guy,
Ah, shut.
not very charming at all.
Are you gonna let go of my hand anytime soon, or are we gonna stay here for a while?
I think we cut there. That's a really, really good moment.
Yeah, it's me, eyes over Pierce's shoulders, making eye contact at Freddy, being like, you can leave the room. You can go ahead. You can go away.
Carrying this big guy. Back over on the Chronos. Carter, Elga, have the two of you met up on the ship?
I think Carter
What are you-
would be looking for Elga, just like wearing Armand Trussati's suit.
Yeah, you look
and
good.
Just like, yeah, just trying to blend in and just looking way too good for the day.
And somebody
yeah,
who
try to-
will not blend in, we also have Elga. What would you both like to do today? What is your goal today?
Well, the doppelganger situation sounds pretty handy. I do want to hop on over to the Hyperion at some point because it's not this ship, and not being on this ship is far less risk. Of course, there's no risks over there. But yeah, I think I want to investigate more into like I've heard like about doppelgangers and everything. I want to avoid the fucking chef if at all possible. I would, or not the chef, the Pettigrew guy, whatever his
DI
deal is.
Pettigrew. Yeah.
I definitely want to go check out probably the kitchens. Yeah, the chef to go investigate the chef, talk to the chef. I've got new duds, so it might work out for me.
So you want to go down into the kitchens and talk to the chef. Elga, what are you up to?
I have a question for Amanda.
Yes.
You know I love me a good vulnerable scene.
Yes, I do.
Is there anything I could do to be unmarked by flag?
Yeah, that's that.
Like-
You can do a standard vulnerable scene. That's not a permanent condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you want to frame up a vulnerable scene with Carter, I'm sure Wes would be amenable to that.
In all my time of playing the Between, I have never been marked by one of the masterminds. So I had a moment of like, can I do anything about this?
Yeah, I'll let it slide. It's not a permanent one.
Okay.
Susan, once you and I are on the same ship, I've got so many songs. I'm just ready to go.
My plan oh, it's such a bad time for me to be singing. My plan was to hit each of you, but you're on the other
different
boat.
boats, yeah.
So looks like it's gonna be my turn this episode. This is gonna be lovely. Although I guess it'll be more like Elga singing then. I'm gonna go find my little bird. Looking extra special. Oof.
I think at this point, for the vulnerable move, just to frame it up, just if to give like a little bit of options in case, you would find Carter not in the first class, even though he's swanky, but like second class, like wandering the halls and testing handles to the staterooms, just trying handle.
I'm going to get opposite him in the hallway, and like when he tests a handle, I'm gonna wait, and then I'll test a handle, and then I'll wait for him to test the next one, and I'll test the next one, and it turns into like a little rhythm of handles.
Nice.
And then Elga, just he's there in the scene, but she is very much singing to herself, and she says, "This feels like, oh no, I lost what I was gonna say. This feels very, secret and bad, like people stealing onto ships and looking for things. We need a pirate song, I think." God. Oh, this is for the chat. Way, hey, off we sail, even Holland heave away, battling with the sea and gale. We bring home a prize today. Sing it with me, chat. Yo ho, all together, heave ho, raise the black.
We know Captain's
blood. Oh yeah.
There's so many words.
Captain's orders to see us through when we attack.
I'm sure that was great with the latency.
Oh my gosh.
It was wonderful.
I really hope people just dropped what was in their hands and started singing along. Fantastic.
I love it. Yeah. So how are you responding to this, Carter?
Or it's just like stopping and looking at it, and then it's just kind of like whistling a little bit under not trying to take the melody, but like whistling a little bit of harmony with it. And when the song's done, Carter's gonna do a small little clap and go to lean against the wall, and you'll see Carter pull a smoked cigarette out of his pocket. And then Armand did not take his lighter, so he's going to hit the lighter. And then
Oh, no, you're not, sweet thing. Elga is gonna walk over to you and put her finger on the end of the fingertip and then pull her hand back, and it's lit.
Hot.
Hot.
Mom! Mommy!
Hot. Woof.
As a reminder, Carter, that what you see in front of you is this rocked out version of Elga.
now I know for certain that I have died and gone to heaven. Because here I am in a nice hallway with beautiful carpet. You realize that Carter is not wearing shoes. It's still just his grippers out and like is touching the floor. And,
His
and then he's
gorilla
like,
gripper.
For free?
I've got a cigarette, and I got a wonderfully talented, beautiful lady singing wonderful pirate songs at me. Much better than the songs that I used to sing with the boys back over, back east. I'm blessed. I must have died and gone to heaven. Ship me up. I'm done. Stick a fork in me.
She squints at you. She says, you're not very afraid of me, are you, right now?"
Is it because your rock stuff? Whatever's going on like that? You should check
Yes.
me out. Look, we're kind of match right now. You see that guy right there? Look at him.
Mm.
Tried it out in the swimming pool. I'll tell you, it works, but it's freaking out some folks. It's
Mm.
so yeah. I understand. I've always been a bit of a outcast myself, though I don't see why you should be. It's because of a little bit of rocks. I knew a boy back where I was working before this, and boy, he had all sorts of nasty tattoos all over his skin. He used to hold up his arm, and he would wiggle it a little bit, he'd flex it a little bit, and a bunch of naked women, and he said, "Look at them dance." They didn't look like women though. Kind of a bad tattoo. Not a good job. So, all things considered, a little bit of rock on your skin, come in handy.
I come in very handy.
Boy, I'll say.
Outstanding. This vulnerable move was the best. Since this was your vice, Elga, you can either choose to stumble upon a clue, which you can tell me what it is. It could be for any of the current threats, or you can invite Carter to ask you about your past. You must answer truthfully, but you don't have to necessarily answer completely.
Are you gonna do that really cool thing you did earlier, where if Carter asks me a question, you'll still give me a clue?
Probably.
Okay, then ask me a question.
Okay, so, and you can see that, like, has found a stateroom that's open and has gone into it, saw that there's some food left over from, like, a room service, grabs, like, some toast and bacon, it's just, like, closes the door again, and goes, "Okay, so, you, big strong lady such as yourself, on board this ship, stoking, but you're not stoking all the time, and you got little rock bits on you, and I've never seen anybody like you in my entire life, so, I mean, are there... I guess it's kind of a rude way to ask it. You got any brothers or sisters? Friends? Family? Back home?
Oh. I do not have brothers or sisters. More like the human cousin. This very complicated. There is no. And Elka's gonna like. How do I explain this? She's gonna like punch her chin for a second, and like a little chip's gonna come off, and she goes, he's not technically a blood. I was the mountain. The mountain was where I was born, and there's no mother or father. There's the land. My past was my home. Like the babies are birthed from their mothers. I came from this space, this past, and I lived, and there were it was mine, like a shark. No, I don't know about sharks. Like an animal has their like territory, like this where I lived. So I suppose they're cousins, but they lived in other places. We did not talk like family. The people, the like you, who lived on the land, they were closer family to me than the other spirits.
I get that. I get that a lot. It's my family. I'm kind of a black sheep as well. So I understand about having cousins, not blood cousins. Got a cousin of mine by the name of Trip. We call him Trippy Trip because, well, he's clumsy, and well, he's complicated too. But I mean, you're mountain. Boy howdy. Mountain. What an interesting, charmed life.
Well, you have nice feet.
We'll wiggle the toes, and I'll go, thank you. I just washed them off in the pool earlier, so they're looking mighty fine. Though I do need to take a file to them. They're getting a little out of sorts. You want to help me find a file? Wait. Do you think that you...
I think we can end there. That's a great ending. Jesus. Holy Lord.
Unreal.
Are you basically an emery board?
Clutching my pearls.
Oh my Lord.
It was
okay.
pumice you said you were made out of?
Pumice?
Crazy. Diabolical even.
I can't with any of this.
Directly to jail.
Well, that was
Put 'em
a
in the
wonderful, vulnerable scene. You are all going to the bridge. And, no.
We haven't even done anything. Well,
Yet.
Yet. The plans are there. I see them in motion. So I would like, for Elga and Carter, which conditions did you try and clear? What do you think you cleared here? If anything.
I only have the marked by flag. And gosh, I don't know. He marked as in like he noticed me. He's under my radar, or I'm on his radar.
Yeah.
Yay, Ladies Luck.
Thanks, Phoebe.
I don't know. Can I be marked by Carter now or something? I don't know.
You were about to be.
I think you did some marking on me.
I think, you know what? I will give that to you. I will let you replace marked by flag to be marked by Carter.
So
Let's get some drama.
Yeah. I kind of want to keep Chicken Master. I also kind of want to keep Kiss of the Siren, but I don't think it's as much as a problem for Carter now because there's somebody else on board the ship that's like sticks out like a sore thumb sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's fine. It's like whatever. We'll figure it out. There's a doctor somewhere. So,
Yeah.
so maybe the doctor can help me.
If you want
that
to, if you want to
sorted.
keep your conditions, you are welcome to keep your conditions.
I'll keep
Always
my
fun.
condition. I'll keep my conditions.
Yeah,
Feeling fine
that's
at
always
passing
fun.
wisdom.
Outstanding. Okay. Well, back over on the HMS Hyperion, what are the two of you planning to do now that you've met back up? What would you like to do today?
I mean, for me, I think it's a question of what we did while you all were doing the vulnerable scene. I think, with Percy's permission, I think we probably come back to like a stateroom that we broke into, and the Viscountess Burgundy is wearing her ratty fur coat, but only her ratty fur coat, and smoking a cigarette.
And most certainly, shirt fully unbuttoned, dazed, and yet somehow as smug as is humanly possible in his exhausted body, and just saying something like, usually I'm the one that gives the very intensive physicals.
Oh. Did I wear you out?
No, plenty fun. A little stretching, little bit of little opium. I'll be right as rain and everything like that. Miss Viscountess.
Oh,
Miss
Oh
Viscountess.
my
That don't
goodness.
that
Dr.
don't
Pierce,
sound right.
no, so
how are you feeling?
Elated.
Take
Happier
the
than
condition
he's ever
elated.
I-
Viscountess
the-
Burgundy,
the-
how are you feeling?
Hey, the jury objects. The jury objects. He said he was dazed.
It's the good dazed. When you're
The
so
representative
happy,
from
you're
Atlanta.
giddy.
I'm sorry, I had my scene.
Go away.
Yeah,
No,
you,
no,
you
no.
stay over there, Miss Bricked Up. You stay over there, Hot Fingers. I know what you are.
Viscountess Burgundy, how are you feeling?
um disarmed, I think.
I would like you to take that as a condition. Disarmed.
It was originally disrobed, but then we fixed it, and now it's disarmed.
Yeah. I feel like that's worse, but
Are you still
you
wearing
need your
my
arms
tie?
more than you need your
I know.
robes.
I need that. That's my tie. Yeah.
So what is your plan? What would you like to get done today?
Sorry, 1 second. I gotta finish this scene.
Oh,
I thought we were already finished. All right.
Oh my.
no. Well,
That's good.
you would start calling her Viscountess, and I think that
Yeah.
that pings something in her head of being like, right. Oh no, I thought it was you, and I told him Viscountess Burgundy's not my name. I told
Well,
him
no,
my name.
I got that part, but I already promised I wasn't gonna bring that up.
No.
Use who you say you is. I believe you.
You can call me Charlie.
Charlie. Hmm.
Or Charlotte, I guess, but Charlie.
Then he's gonna like reach out his hand for you to take his hand again. He's gonna plant a little kiss on it. I'll call you whatever you'll let me.
I am curious though.
Bow.
Well, a lot, but I've never been to America. You're from there, I presume.
Yeah.
What's it you miss about it? What are you looking forward to seeing when you get back?
And you say that, and for one moment his face goes slack. In deep search. The food. I don't remember too many names and faces and places back there. I left when I was real young. You know, plenty of studies and what have you done filled up my brain. You you ask me like, hey, what was your grade school teacher's name in face? Couldn't tell you for the life of me, but I remember the food. I I remember the love that was put into it, and that's where home was. Home was where you could sit down with the people you love and fill your stomachs full of good food and your heart full of better company. So yeah, probably the food. Now where I'm gonna get it, I couldn't tell you once again for the life of me. But yeah, the food. Yeah, I can cook for you sometime.
A man of many talents.
Very, very few unpracticed. What is that? The jack of all trades. But yeah, the food, and hopefully there will be better company there. See, kind of insinuates.
Charlie, like straddles him, puts my arms around his neck.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
Well, seems like we've got the company sorted. I'm sure when we land in America, we could find somewhere good to eat.
Got it. Yeah, and luckily we've got enough disguise to go around Miss Viscountess and her loyal doctor, making sure that she stays as radiant as everyone expects her to be.
Personal doctor. I like the sound of that.
Charlie, I like the sound of that.
I take his tie off of my neck and put it on his and kiss him.
I like I like to imagine you don't put it fully on, it's just on his head. He's like, all right, let's get back to work. You distracted me. There's people out there to take care of.
They can wait a minute. But no, you're
I think
probably
at
A
that
right.
moment
minute.
there's a knock at the door.
Yeah, it's like brings that pocket watch. It's like minute. Oh yeah, I
What,
think that's for
Freddy?
you.
Mom, I've disposed of the other Dr. Pierce, but there's something out here I think you should see.
Are you thinking I need to be clothed for it?
No.
I suppose that's up to you. There's no one around.
Fine. I'll open the door.
I think when you open the door, you see that there are reflecting on the walls, and Freddy gestures, reflecting on the walls of the hallway, flickering in the gas lights of the chandeliers and the candelabras that line this very extravagant area. You see that the shadows are moving, as if there are people walking up and down the corridors, but there is nothing making these shadows form. Mom, I think we need to get back on the investigation.
Well, isn't that...
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. Isn't that the darnest thing?
What? Like trying to wrap my head around it.
I think after a few seconds, the shadows disappear and they fade back into normal shadows. It's been happening off and on throughout the ship, Freddy says.
Anywhere more focused than the others, or is it just all at random?
I haven't noticed, but we could go investigate, I suppose.
Somebody always has to.
Oh, Freddy. Always ruining our fun.
Someone has to, Mom.
The door closes and I start putting my clothes back on.
Back over on the RMS Kronos. When you go to put out your cigarette, Carter, the one that you've been smoking, or at least the last bit of the one that you've been smoking, you look down at the ground, and next to your feet, you haven't noticed this before, probably because there's a giant rock lady right there. You notice that there is a pile of shredded skin and clothing. This is a capital C clue for the double lives of the RMS Kronos. Just a pile of shredded skin and clothing. I have added it to the clues list.
Hey, Elga.
Yes.
Now, I might just be an ignorant ranch boy from Texas, but, you didn't give anybody else a massage up here, did you? And I'm gonna point at the skin.
Oh. No. No. Ooh. She like pokes at it with her foot.
Squat down and not even being disgusted by it. Just gonna go ahead and like move it around and then look at and be like, well, I'll be Jim Bridger. It's only got like 4 fingers. Look at this. I'm gonna hold up the floppy little like skin.
But 5 is right. Is 4 not right?
Well, okay, so it could be right for some folks. You know, some people might, you know, lose them in like an accident or something. So that's okay. But if you see probably somebody that, and I'm gonna hold up the other floppy hand, and so you just see the 4 fingers. If you see somebody that's got 2 thumbs missing, I reckon you got a problem on your hands. Now I'm not an expert, but
No, this good for me to remember.
are you hungry, Miss Olga?
Sometimes I do not experience hunger the same way.
I think at that point you can kind of hear actually from, because you're close enough to the galley of the kitchen, you can hear the chef yelling at the staff. This is Chef Guillermo Vargas. This is a chef from Barcelona. They have a harsh, fierce demeanor. They are always wearing the most cleanest of chef whites. You know of the chef. They have a perfectly trimmed mustache goatee combo. They carry themselves like a sturdy bull and run the Kronos' kitchen in the French military method. They don't generally throw pans when things go wrong, but they have known to make the toughest line cook break down and cry with a single glare. And they are yelling right now. You can hear the noises coming from the kitchen. You may address me when a chef when speaking to me. That means yes, chef, right away, chef, or no, chef, but you must be careful when telling me no. Please get your questions out of your silly mouth as fast as possible. I have a beef Wellington currently dying thanks to you. Now get back to the line.
You ever had caviar, Elga?
No, what is this?
A delicacy. I'll get you some. Follow me.
Oh.
And I'm gonna just like adjust the suit a little bit, and I'm gonna make sure the bow tie is untied around my neck, like I just came in from a party. And I'm going to stride towards the galley, and just like open up the doors.
I think the chef looks up at you, and his face, you can tell he's about to really come down hard on you, but then he sees you in your finery and says, "Oh, welcome to the galley. What can I do for you?"
It's a Chef of Vargas, correct?
Vargas, yes. And you are?
Okay. I go by the name of they call me Armand. I've come
Trusati.
the very same.
Oh, thank you for deigning to come to our kitchen. You are the Armand Trusati?
The one and only. Would a simple rapscallion be wearing a suit such fine as this? It's Italian.
Elga, are you there as well?
I am. I entered, and it is very much like I'm behind the left shoulder. And she, before stepping through the doors, she kind of fixed her hair so it falls more into her face. It's very much like the girl from The Ring, and she's just like standing there trying to look, I don't know, like a bodyguard or something.
Trying to convince the chef that you are actually Armand Trussati, considering you have the Rock Hulk from the Ring standing behind you. This is going to absolutely be a day move. I would like you to make it with presence.
I was gonna assume it was because he has
No
no shoes
shoes?
on. This boy's walking
no
around.
shoes. Yeah.
You could hear the clap of them across, just all the way down
Flap, 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 flap.
the aisle.
Also, standing in a kitchen without shoes on
Yeah.
is a fucking
It's
choice.
so gross.
Okay, so the day move with presents. Oopsie.
Yeah.
What are we doing
Does
here?
Chicken Master give you advantage?
If you have something to give advantage,
No,
use it.
no, I'm not going to use it. I don't have anything to give me advantage.
I don't
here. I'm
think-
just gonna
no,
roll.
because you are the chicken master and you are pretending to be the chicken. It's not going to work for you.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work for me.
No.
It's not work for me.
Sorry.
I love these four.
Just a bunch of weirdos.
Just yeah.
Okay.
What a weird boat.
Fantastic. That's a 3. Ah.
All right. Okay, over on the HMS Hyperion.
You rolled so bad. You sent us to another scene.
You made her segue.
Yeah. She's like, ooh.
I got to think about this, so we're gonna move. So over on the HMS Hyperion, we have this duo that have just finished, I'm assuming, cleaning themselves up a little bit, and are leaving on the boat to go investigate basically what's going on in the boat. What are you planning to do? What's the plan here?
Yeah, do you want to stay on the Hyperion? Do you want to go back over to the Chronos? What are you thinking?
I was gonna say we have 5 clues.
Yeah, we're doing okay, that's true. We're so
Yeah.
close.
That's what my thing is. Because I think I know what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to try to solve it with a -1 because I can't roll to save my life.
That's super valid. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that.
Just as a reminder, the question for the RMS Hyperion is what happened on board the RMS Hyperion. It is a complexity 6. I've lowered it from the normal complexity 8 because we're on a short time frame. But it will give you an opportunity to resolve this. So if you are feeling brave, you can try and answer the question. And then the problem is you can only resolve the threat during the night phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try to find like 1 or 2 more clues about this before I try to
Agreed.
answer a
That's fair.
question for it.
So I definitely find out where the source of those shatters are coming from, and I guess I go harkening back to what I mentioned when I asked Winifred if there was any kind of pattern to the shadows, and I also, if you've noticed, I will only call her Winifred.
Yeah, I
'Cause
have noticed that.
we ain't like that yet, and I respect that we ain't like that yet.
Yeah, I feel that Freddie does tell you that there seemed to be a lot more activity in the ballroom, in the grand ballroom. So I think we can maneuver right into the grand ballroom. This
Yeah.
is a room that was once filled with laughter and music, and it now lies silent. There is faint sunlight streaming in through the glass ceiling that is shattered and useless. There are puddles of rainwater that have collected in corners of the room. Furniture has been overturned into what appears to be a panic. And a single tree, even though it's only been a few months, it's begun to sprout in the center of the room. Paint the scene for everybody, even the people who are not here. What evidence of a massive party still lingers in this room?
We actually did this one last episode, but I'm happy to do more.
Oh, we did this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for reminding me. But we
I thought I
still
was
have...
going
It sounds so
crazy. I was
familiar.
like,
I
Because I was like,
like,
yeah, the ballroom with the tree. I said in my head.
Yeah.
The
before you
tree,
said-
Well, we don't need to paint the scene because we know that there was a party. Let's go instead to the turbine room. That's actually where Freddie said the most activity was.
Fantastic.
This is a cavernous room.
We went in there, we started dancing for a little bit, and Winifred was like,
Back on track.
guys, and we're like, sorry, yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
You are an
That's right.
excellent dancer.
I got you, Amanda. Unless you want to actually transition to that, because I forgot. I don't know if I sent you this, but for Unsinkable, when you re-enter a location that you've been to before, they have new paint the scene questions depending
Let's
on the
go.
layers.
Let's go.
So yeah, so let me send you that updated doc real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Fantastic.
something-
Then we can keep dancing.
Yes.
They'll be
Yeah.
towards the bottom. They'll be towards the bottom.
I love that. All right, I am looking. We've got paint the scene for everyone. You remember the massive party that lingered in this room? Now, what signs that the party soured and turned violent still echo in this chamber?
There are 2 different fire axes, one embedded in the wall and another embedded in the table. But the one embedded in the table is embedded handle first.
Ooh.
One of the legs of the table has been ripped off and is lying discarded in the center of the ballroom. And if you were to pick it up and look at it, you would see a bit of blood and brain and hair stuck on it.
There are pearls. Countless loose pearls from ripped pearl necklaces strewn about the floor.
There is a table that has 2 tablecloths on it, as well as a chair at an interesting angle. And when you peek underneath it, you see a collection of things and the leg of the chair with the draped 2 tablecloths. You see a spot where a child could have hid and still watched what was happening around.
Okay. You are in this ballroom again, and you see the shadows dancing on the walls. Freddie pointed out, look, it's happening again.
I was in here last night, but I don't remember any of that.
Nah, not. And is there any light in this room? Is it just the eerie moonlight? Yeah, so
It's
Yeah,
just the
'cause, like-
daylight coming from the broken skylights.
yeah, because that's what he like is going around the room. There ain't no other light source. What in the hell?
I want to check out the tree. I find the tree
Okay.
very intriguing.
Yeah, it's weird that there's a tree here. I will give you a for checking out the tree.
Okay, great.
That's when you search for a clue or conduct research or gather information, describe what you're doing, and roll with an appropriate ability. I think in this case it is reason. If you have anything in your footlocker that might help, you're welcome to try and use it.
Yeah, I got something. I also have a question for you, but we can resolve. Should we have taken rewards for resolving the siren threat?
I'll give that to you when we finish
Fantastic.
the thing,
Um,
yeah.
I want to say that my footlocker has a book with someone's hair as a bookmark, but I like to think that book was about like botany or something.
I
To
love that.
check out this tree.
Yeah, I love that. That works perfectly. Yeah, roll with reason, please. Get your advantage.
Fantastic. Oh my god. It landed in my lap and I didn't check to see if it was good enough to keep. There we go.
That's
9.
I think as you investigate this tree, you realize that the leaves, it's a very full tree. It's not tall, but it is full. Underneath the tree, you find crates, and they are full of rat poison. That is your capital C clue. There are crates full of rat poison.
Yikes.
And in that moment, the entire ballroom goes dark, as if there's a solar eclipse. Cutting back over to the RMS Chronos.
Now, Amanda,
Yes,
let me pitch you something.
let me hear it.
I have a specific move for when the people around me fuck up. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Which Carter
Which-
did.
Which is why I've been trying to follow people around. So long as I'm present in the scene when a fellow ballast class would mark a condition, they can mark my track and my energy protects them. Now I know this is not just a condition, this was an epic fail. So would you still let me do it though?
I'll give Wes the opportunity to make the decision. Because first I want to narrate what happens.
Oh, of
And
course.
I think the chef looks at you, Carter, looks at your undone tie, which does show some of your gills, looks at your dirty feet. They're not that dirty, you just clean them, but they're dirty to be in a kitchen. Looks at the strange rock person behind you and just snaps. And in that moment, a few of the burly line chefs come and hustle you out of the room, and you get yourself dragged down to the brig.
That is interesting.
Not
To mark
necessarily
that because
terrible.
that would fit. That would fit. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hold on to that in my back pocket. But I will. That is good to know. I will mark a mask instead.
What mask would you like to mark?
A mask of the past. Kick this off pretty simple. Pretty simple.
Do you want to wait a couple of minutes? We'll get the rest of the scene narrated out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the complication, we since we're marking a mask, we are bumping this up to a complicated success, or that a success with a complication. The chef does look at you warily and looks over at your companion and shakes their head like, rich people are so weird.
I'll snap in front of his face when he like looks over at Elga, because that's just something that Carter's seen rich people do before. Yeah.
Viscountess does it all the time.
Oh, the visceral reaction I just had to that. Yeah, the chef shakes his head. Oh, yes, of course. And what can I do for you, Monsieur Trusati?
Well, I had a bit of a rough night last night. It's a birthday party. So I'm hoping that you could probably rustle me up a nice little meal. Something Tuscan. Something bright and refreshing to revitalize my energeo?
Ah,
Energeo.
I am sure I can do something like that. And I think the complication, should you want to take this on, Elga, is you because the food has been, the chef has been busy, things have been crazy. I think you get food poisoning.
That would make sense for the
This is-
caviar as well.
caviar.
For Elga having the caviar.
Yeah. So if Elga wants to take on food
I wanna
poisoning,
mark that.
you're welcome to.
Wait, because what? Oh, I think I'm misunderstanding. Because my move is
You can take
my
a condition, right?
elemental. No, no, no. I don't take the condition. The condition doesn't happen at all because
Mhm.
my elemental
Oh,
energy is protecting my
perfect.
my
Yes.
friend.
Yeah, and I think there's a plate and the caviar. It is just it's not good caviar.
Oh,
It's been sitting out for a while.
oof.
Everyone's
Oh
really
my
stressed
God.
out. And I think, yeah, he passes you this plate of caviar and some crackers to dip into it. Here you go. Here you go. I hope you enjoy. Now, we do need you to leave the kitchen for the time being.
What about doubles? Have you seen two of me? There's a man
I
running around with my shoes from last night, and he looks just like a
oh,
me.
bucking like a chicken.
You have seen the chicken.
I saw a man running around. I didn't catch his face, but he was clucking like a chicken.
Chef, do you have an office?
Right
What I
this way,
must tell
sir.
you is very private.
Right this way, sir. Please.
And I'm
And
going
he
to follow him, and I'm going to look back at Elga, and I'm going to thumbs up, and I'm going to wink, and I'm going to say, like, a lot of hand signals. Thumbs up, wink, and then eyes, and then put the fingers, like, point in my eyes, and then, like, all around. And then turn back around.
I think at this
Follow.
point, Elga, you follow Carter with your eyes and watch what's happening as you enjoy your caviar. I'm sure you're enjoying. Well, maybe you're not. But you notice that
No, I do not like the pop.
on one of the walls. It's almost barely even noticeable because the walls are white and the chalk is white. But you notice there is a chalk spiral along the wall. And there are small figures, runes, symbols surrounding it. And that is a mastermind clue for you. With that, we're going to go to Stars and Wishes.
Wow.
I know that we have some outstanding stuff, but we'll get to that next time.
Absolutely.
We'll get to the Wes, you have a mask for us. Wes mask. We have the eclipse happening over on the HMS Hyperion. We'll get to that next time.
Fantastic.
As for Stars and Wishes, does anyone want to start?
Can start.
Thank you.
I want to give a star to some lovely, once again, some scene partner work over here with Susan. That was fantastic. Great little scene. Also, I love getting little insights. Like me writing the Stoker, I was like, and me thinking, I'm like, what did I not put in the Mask of the Past? What did I not put in the Mask of the Past? So I ask you, so it's not redundant. And it was such a beautiful little touching breakdown of how an elemental views like family or like that kind of like those kindred spirits and everything like that. I love that. Our two Hyperion babies kissing in a tree, Killling it, killing it. You're doing great. It's fantastic stuff. Poor Freddy, poor Freddy.
I know.
Just having to listen to it all and be around, and just Freddy just sitting there with the ghosts and being like,
No,
being
no,
like,
listen. Listen, this is Freddie. She loves it.
Yeah, I mean,
She's right there.
"Ooh."
She's like,
Freddy's used to it, honestly, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you know what? You know what?
Oh, how often do you do this?
Even
Hold
better.
on. I thought I was special. I thought I was special. Hold on.
Well, I mean, on this ship, absolutely. But no, I'm really liking Pierce and Charlie. I think I like them a lot.
OTP.
I'm shipping them. Yeah, I'm serious. Like, you know, I'm seriously shipping them, which I think is catching Charlie a bit by surprise because she is someone where kind of sex has been an avenue to kind of just, you know, a better life. But this is Oh, is she catching feels for real? She might be. She might be.
Mm-hmm.
Mike,
Um,
you don't know?
no, no, she is. She's catching feels. She's catching feels. So I think that's been a fun discovery. That's now also like very stressful though, because now she's like
Mhm.
she's not quite as self-interested as she was when she first arrived on this ship. Now very very scared that something bad is going to happen to Pierce.
No.
My wish is I desperately next session want to get Carter and Charlie in a scene together because especially with you still maintaining the Irish accent.
That is like a wish for me, is like, because I was like, I don't want to step on the steez of the socialite too much, because I know there's like moves with that, with like
Yeah.
trying to impersonate another person and everything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I show that this guy is not good at it? And it's like, okay, well, I'm wearing the suit, and rolling the 3 is just perfect.
Yeah.
Rolling the 3 is just like perfect and everything like that. But no, yeah, I cannot wait for like a Charlie Carter scene. And being like, okay, so how do you say this in the Irish accent? How do you say just working, it's like the R's? Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she's gonna figure your shit out so quickly. God, why would anyone pretend to be Irish, in her opinion? But yeah, that's my wish.
Stars to Amanda for the juggling act that she has to do with 4 people in 4 places. We did this to ourselves and her. Sorry, not sorry. Stars to Cam, Charlie, like finding the real Dr. Pierce again. Just all the little like micro things that you do with your face and like the things I'm just like I'm just sucked into like, oh, the doctor's just so good. Like I don't quite know where to go with this star. Like I just really enjoy like how you the charm is off the charts. You're not allowed to open your mouth anymore, okay? Just it's too good. It's too charming.
I'm gonna
And
veto that. I would like you to please continue playing.
no.
Charlie would like
Not-
you to continue to open your mouth.
Anywhere she wants. I'll close it too.
This is what I mean, Amanda. Just back me up. And a star for Wes. I was real confused where we were going there at the end because I was like, he said he's no good at talking, and now I guess I follow him and he talks to people, and that was great. That was very fun. Like where you went with that, just like I had this great talk with this woman, and I'm brave now, and I'm gonna go fail horribly. Like it was so
I'm
good.
wearing a new suit. I got this.
Yep.
I got this hottie
Uh-huh.
next to me. Look at me. Look at me. Everything's coming up, Carter. Nope.
And kind of a wish, but I don't quite know. I have 6 boxes on my elemental track, and now 5 of them are ticked. So we only got 1 left, folks, before the bad thing happens. So, hey.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
She's speed running.
Yeah. Oh my God. Huge stars for Wes. What a beautiful game that you made. You are incredible. I was already gassing you up when we were on break, and I told Kim earlier, I was like, if I don't like something, I'll tell you it sucks. This rules. I'm having a blast. The way that you were able to pivot to give Amanda, you're like, no. When they go to a new room, the same room, here's something new. Incredible. What an in-depth game you've created. Everyone play it. This is a threat. I'm kidding. This is a threat that I will kiss you passionately on the forehead and make you realize it's gonna be okay.
This is a threat to me. Everybody from
Yeah.
me. Everybody play it. Tell all your friends about it.
Obviously, once again, stars right back to Amanda doing an incredible job. We were on a tighter time, but everything felt right. There was nothing that felt rushed. Everyone's getting seen, I think. Obviously, shout out once again to Susan. Every time you create something with us, it's so beautiful. It's so sweet. I love Elga. I want to have a number of scenes with Miss Elga because I feel like she and I are just gonna be cute little besties, and I
Yeah.
can't wait. Yeah, and then shout out my babe over there, Kim. What a goddess! So much fun to work with every single time. My only wish is that I can actually heal people. I I got some moves in here that it's gonna be bad. Yeah, I want some tragedy. I would like to
Oh.
create some tragedy. If not the full end, I want I want people to feel bad. I want people to feel bad. And that one, and by the way, Dragon Knight, that's my new move that I made. All right, it's in there. Don't worry.
Custom move.
Oh.
Oh wow, yes. Thank you all stars for this entire crew. Like I said last time and the time before, I got so lucky with who was in this game, and I could not ask for even better players. It's impossible to have them.
Can we keep
Thank you for
playing
being
after
patient
this?
with
I know we
me.
have like 2 more.
Right?
Yeah.
There's still so much
Right?
we've done.
I will. I will.
All right, see you all next Monday and the Monday
My
after. and the
Mondays
Monday
were
after, and the
open
Monday-
for this, so might as well write it out.
Oh.
Right here. Oh, well.
Thank you all for being patient while I'm sick. I really appreciate that. But specific stars, Susan, the depth of emotion that you bring to Elga is really, really incredible. Every time you have a vulnerable move or mask or anything, there's always this incredible amount of impact that it has, and I'm always just so amazed by your ability to do that. You do that in every game, even in silly games that we played together. You've managed to bring that emotion in, so I'm just always enamored with you. Percy, you are the most charming. Oh my god. I completely understand what Charlie is falling for. It is unbelievable how charming you are. This game, this character that you are playing as well. And I want the sad end. I want to go full tragedy with this. So I hope that I can throw enough problems at you to make that
Get a
happen
death
for us.
sentence? Did I charm my
With
way
love.
to a death sentence? Okay.
A loving one. No,
Okay.
you can't die in this game unless you want to. Probably. Kim, as always, nobody is the Between fan like Kim is. Kim is like the Between fan. When you talk about somebody who knows the game, who understands the beats, who understands the moments, it is Kim. You absolutely must listen to her podcast. If you have not, you absolutely need to go and do that. But more importantly for this game, this character, Charlie, she is so set up to be so unlikable. There is no reason you want to root for her, and yet I still do. It's so perfectly Kim, just as a perfect Kim character. So thank you so much for bringing her to the table. And Wes, of course, this game is just so much fun. Thank you so much for letting me run it and for stepping in with the extra bits and help. That was super amazing. But I gotta say, Carter is not only is he funny, but he's also terrifying. That scene with Armand was absolutely scary. I was like, I don't know if I need to make this a role because it's that scary. It's working so well. It's intimidating me. I'm scared. So yeah, this character, I want to see more. I want to see more of all the characters. I want to see more interactions between the characters. I want everyone to be back on the same ship
Me too.
and causing problems together. So that's my big wish.
Soon.
Do we have any other stars and wishes from anybody?
I'm just really liking
yeah, I
this.
put it in the chat. But I want to see these players play other playbooks because they're doing all of these playbooks such wonderful justice that I'm just like, do the whole suite. Do it again. do it all over again.
Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back. I want to see it. I want to see it. Remake. But yeah, it's fantastic.
My backup playbook was the captain. So if people are like,
R.I.P.
Elga's
R.I.P.
giving captain energy, I'm like, sorry, it was in the back of my head. And Elga's just gonna stay within arm's reach of Pierce whenever he gets back on the boat, so I can just keep activating my energy so nothing bad ever happens to him.
Good.
Nah, and Pierce is not gonna know, and then Pierce is gonna be like, "No, I gotta protect this nice big lady with my life. She is so kind. She needs to be protected." And you're gonna be like, "I am a rock. I don't need protecting."
But just because you're a rock doesn't mean you're an island. Da-da-da-da,
Beautiful.
da-da-da-da.
I think
Poignant.
on that note, we're gonna bid adieu.
close it
Thank
out.
you all so much for joining us for episode 3 of the Omniverse Chronicles Unsinkable. We will see you all here next Monday and the Monday after that, which I'm very excited about. Just two more journeys we're on. Oh my god. I want to keep doing this game. We'll talk about that off mic. Everybody, quick, go around, say who you are, where people can find you.
Hi, everybody. I am Amanda. My pronouns are she, her, and you can find me at IamATrex.com or as I Am a T-Rex in a lot of tabletop role-playing game spaces.
I'm Susan Quintana. You can find me at Neither Right Nor Wrong on Instagram. You can also listen to Novel Games Podcast. We're playing Apocalypse Keys. It's good.
I am Percy Davis, former pro wrestler, current commentator in pro wrestling for Naptown All Pro. Naptown All Pro, you can find him on YouTube. I scream a lot, that's why I have no voice. But you find me at Big Percy Universe everywhere else.
And I'm Wes Franks. I wrote the Between Unsinkable. Pronouns are they, them. If you go to carrion.com, if you go to carrion-comfort.com, it's got all of my stuff there. It's got all of my links to all of my stuff. If you like this game and you want to play more games for sickos, you can hit up my itch store or my Ko-fi store. I've got a bunch of other sad and sick and disgusting and awesome games. I also have supplements for the Between. So if you want to have Phileas Fogg as a mastermind from Around the World in 80 Days, you can do that. If you want to play a time traveler for the Between, you can do that. I've got a bunch of stuff there, so go check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited to check that out and maybe put that in my podcast. Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Dalton. Episode 3 of Kitten Marlowe's The Between campaign, Shadows in the Smoke, is coming out in just a few short hours. So go ahead and give that a listen if you have not already. Amanda did say I'm like a pro at this game. So, if she says I am, then it must be true. So go ahead and check that out if you please. And if you like it, tell me about it because I'd like to hear it. Thanks everybody for joining us for Unsinkable. We will see you all here next Monday. Have a good night. Bye.